Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to a new video. And today we're just going to be going over some of the new releases that I am most excited for in August. So this is going to be a little bit of a shorter one. I don't really have like that many things that I am interested in / are catching my eye. It might just be like a bad month for publishing, but we're just going to quickly talk about some of the things that I think could be good. And I do this video every month, just doing a quick overview of some of the things that I'm interested in. Obviously, this will not encompass every single book being published, but maybe just a few that you weren't aware of and will be brought to your attention. So I do also tons of bookish videos on here. If you are interested and have not considered subscribing, would ask you to do so. And let's just get right into this because I don't want to take a crazy amount of time to do this video today, quite frankly. So how I'm going to do it, I'm going to start by going over the ones that are series continuations first, and then just going over, I guess, the rest of them. There really isn't a lot to talk about, so this will be very, very short. But the first one we do have is The Fallen and the Kiss of Death by Carissa Broadbent. And this is book 4 in her Crowns of Nyaxia series. And the way this series is oriented, there are different duologies within it. So this is the second book in the second duology, 4 in the world, technically actually book 5 in the world. I don't know, something like that. So because it's book 2, I'm not going to say too much. This is just a vampire book. Did not love the first one in this duology. That one was The Songbird in the Hearthstone. Wasn't the biggest fan of that. I thought that it just kind of, it missed a bit. So I'm not super excited about this one, to be very honest. I am definitely going to read it and hope that it's a bit better, but I am not going into this one with like the highest expectation in the world, I guess. But yeah, that's coming out. And the other series continuation we have, I think this is the only other one. It is Accomplice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. And this book in, I think, a trilogy, but it's basically just, it was somebody who got hired as a villain, and now they are kind of working together to take down this kingdom, and there is now a romance. This is a very silly series. I would say it's very, very hit or miss, and I've noticed that a lot of people either are so into this kind of thing, or they think it's like the stupidest thing ever. I fall in the train of, yes, it's stupid, but isn't that also the magic of it? So it's just one that I find very, very ridiculous, but very, very fun, and I think that there is definitely a time and place for books like that, and this one is just fantastic for that. So really, really excited to do that one. And everything else I do believe happens to be series, or not series continuations, just things that stand on their own. We'll mention first, not even first, I don't know where I am. The next one we'll mention, probably my most anticipated, one of my more anticipated of the year, and that is Kat.lipsticklife, I don't know how it's pronounced, by R.F. Kuang. I'm really, really big fan of all of her works. I've really deeply enjoyed pretty much everything I've read from her. Actually, I've enjoyed everything. And this one, I think it's something about Dante's. So let's go over the description. Alice Law has only ever had one goal: to become one of the brightest minds in the field of magic. She's sacrificed everything to make that a reality: her pride, her health, her love life, and most definitely her sanity. All to work with Professor Jacob Grimes at Cambridge, the greatest magician to the world. That is, until he dies in a mental accident that could possibly be her fault. Grimes is now in hell, and she's going in after him because his recommendation could hold her very future and is now in corporeal hand. And even death is not going to stop the pursuit of her dreams, nor will the fact that her rival, Peter Murdoch, has come to the very same conclusion. With nothing but the tales of Orpheus and Dante to guide, enough chalk to draw the pentagrams Siri for their spells, and the burning desire to make all their academic trauma mean anything, they set off across hell to save a man they don't. But hell is not like the storybooks say. Magic isn't always the answer, and there's something in Alice and Peter's past that could forge them into the perfect allies or lead their doom. I'm so excited. I'm genuinely debating right now, should I order this right now? They also have a really, really pretty edition that I'm looking at on Amazon right now, and I'm just, should I just click pre-order? It's one, I'm really trying to not buy a lot of books at the moment. I'm trying to really just only buy books that are like series continuation, or in this case, an author that I love and have a really good feeling that I'm going to love this book. And like, I think I might order it. I really want to read this one. And I have a feeling that it's also going to be one of those, like, because I read pretty much entirely through the library or Kindle Unlimited, but I have a feeling it's going to be one of those that it will be months and months waiting at the libraries. We'll see how my patience lasts. I also kind of want to see what other special editions are out there, to be honest. I'm pretty sure I've seen some pretty ones. Like, I think there's one from Waterstone that's really nice. Just honestly, the main reason for that, I have a stunning special edition of Babel that I think came in an Illumicrate box back when I used Scribe, and that kind of makes me want to have a really special edition of this one as well, because I feel like it's going to give the same type of dark academia vibe. Sometimes I just really want the special edition, especially books that I know are going to be important to me. So I might do some research into what edition I want and place a little order. Another one I think I'm going to love next is Hemlock and Silver by Fisher, and I think this is it's a the dark reimagining of Snow White. I really love her dark fairy tale reimaginings. They've been so wonderful the past few years. In this one, healer Anja regularly drinks poison, not to die but to save, seeking cures for those everyone else has given up on. But a summons from the king interrupts her quiet, herb-obsessed life. His daughter Snow is dying, and he hopes Anja's unorthodox methods can save her. Aided by a taciturn guard, a narcissistic cat, and a passion for the scientific method, Anja rushes to treat Snow, but nothing seems to work. That is until she finds a secret world hidden inside a magic mirror. The dark realm may hold the key to what is making Snow sick, or it might be the thing that kills them all. Well, shit. I really want to read that. Man, this is the issue with doing videos like this too, is as I'm going through all of these new releases, I just get so excited, and I'm always like, I want to read this right now. I want it in my hand right now, which, I mean, they're not even releasing anytime soon, but you know what I mean? Like, I want it. I want to be reading it the day it comes out. Let's ignore the fact that I never do that. I never buy a book and then immediately read it. So, like, I know I shouldn't, but I really want to read this. A dark Snow White retelling sounds delicious. It sounds so yeah. I'm like, T. Kingfisher is one of my all-time favorite authors. Like, just all of her stuff so interesting. Next, very different vibe, but I'm into it. Just the name and the cover. This is Zom Rom-Com by Olivia Dade, and there is somebody who teams up with her neighbor during a zombie outbreak. I think I've read a few things by Olivia Dade in the past and have enjoyed them, but it's been a while. And this one, when Eddie Brandstrap attempts to save her sweet, seemingly harmless human neighbor from the first major zombie breach in 2 decades. Okay, so I guess this is like quite a bit after the zombie apocalypse has started. She's stunned to be saved by him and his ridiculously large sword instead. As it turns out, he's actually a super old, super surly vampire. But for all her neighbor's newly revealed cynicism and lethality, Gaston Boucher is unexpectedly protective. He wants her to stay in his safety bunker until the breach is resolved. Eddie can't write more innocent people getting killed though, and Max won't let her save them alone. As they unravel a sinister conspiracy to set zombies loose on the world again, the duo meet a host of lovable allies and discover they're not the only ones willing to fight for the future of humanity. Despite the awful timing, Eddie finds herself falling for the vampire who's helping save the world, but all their danger plans could end their future before it even begins. As she and Matt battle side by side, Eddie must decide whether having a love worth living for also means having a love you'll die for, and in a world that grows deadlier by the minute, whether that's a risk she's willing to take. So I will say, zombies are the one thing that scared me more than anything, and this is a running joke basically in my life where I cannot watch a zombie movie like without getting ridiculously horrified and being scared more than anything else. Like, my husband and I tried to watch The Last of Us, and I got 3 episodes in before it got to that point where I was like, I haven't been sleeping in days and I was like, this needs to change. I cannot sleep, I cannot like function, and it's really bad. It is really bad. But the vibe of this one, it feels like it's going to be silly, and it is not giving horror, which is good, which is really good. And typically horror books don't really scare me that much. It's just more of movies and shows that I can't do. So this one might work. It is one that definitely will be a library read because it has that potential to be something that I cannot do. But yeah, there we go. We have Too Old for This by Samantha Downing. I've loved a few books I've read from her, and also there's been some misses, but this one is a retired serial killer's quiet life is upended by an unexpected visitor. To protect her secret, there's only one option left. What? Another murder. So just based on the cover, an old lady who's a serial killer. What's more fun than that? I think that this one could work. Like, she does really good, like, kind of murdery stories, thrillers. You know what I'm going for. The Executioner 3 by Susan Dennard. This is YA, which is the only potential issue for me. And in this one, Freddie Geller didn't mean to get half the rival high school arrested. She'd simply heard shrieks coming from the woods, so she called the cops like any good human would do. How was she supposed to know it was just kids partying? Except the next day, a body is found. And while the local sheriff might call it suicide, Freddie's instincts tell her otherwise. So, like the aspiring sleuth and true X-Files aficionado she is, Freddie sets out through there's a murderer at large. But her investigation is quickly disrupted by the rivalry between her school and the school of the partying teens she got arrested. For over 20 years, the two student bodies have had an ongoing prank war, and Freddie's failed attempt at good marionetism has up the ante. Worse, the clever and gorgeous leader of the rival prank squad has his sights set on Freddie. As more pranks unfurl, more bodies also start piling up forest. But it's the supernatural warning signs around town, each plucked straight from an old forgotten poem called The Executioner's 3, that worry Freddie the most. She knows the poem and its blood curse can't be real, but she's quickly running out of time to prove it. Okay, so if it is supernatural, I think I'll enjoy it. If it's just kind of like a YA thriller, those aren't really my thing. I have enjoyed a book by Susan Dennard though, so that's why I was kind of interested in this one. But yeah, we'll see how it does that one. And then we have one more book, because like I said, this is a very short edition, and this one's Love at First Sight by Mallory Marlowe. I read a book by her last year that was about conspiracy conspiracy theorist, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm excited for something else from her. And this looks like, aliens. So we're following a social media influencer named Elle, who seems to have a picture perfect life. But what Elle wants more than anything is to find something real and make her heart race in a way it hasn't in years. She doesn't expect that feeling to come from capturing footage of an unidentified flying thing, much less from the charming man in black who keeps following her around. Agent Carter Brody is trying his best to keep private intelligence sectors afloat by dragging their hopelessly out-of-date office into this century, even though what he really wants to do is follow in his father's footsteps by identifying and hiding extraterrestrial sightings. He gets his chance after being assigned to Ellis and is stopped in his tracks, not only by her ingenuity and confidence, but also by a nerving coincidence. Her sighting looks eerily like what Carter himself saw right before a family tragedy. The deeper Carl and Carter fall into this mystery, the harder it is for them to ignore their growing chemistry as their own alien feelings become dangerously terrestrial. Okay, I think this is gonna be cute. I really enjoyed the other one I read from her, so I am excited. And yeah, that's all we have for today, folks. Really excited for these. I think Kat.lipsticklife is easily my most anticipated, but definitely going to be trying to check quite a few of the others. So let me know down below what ones you are excited for, what other recent releases you've enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you in a video very soon.